Julie here from Copy What I Use for Teenage Anxiety and Revision, and in today's video I'm going to be giving an honest review of Past Maths GCSE in 4 weeks by Jeevan Singh, and I promise to give a warts and all review based on my own experience of using this product. I don't know if you're like me, but I found that maths was one of the most difficult to help my children with, and that's why it was a godsend when I actually came across this product. So without further ado, I'll actually go ahead. The only thing I want to make clear at the beginning of the video is just to say that if you click on any of my links on my YouTube channel, there's a chance I could be paid an affiliate commission, but it won't cost you any more, and it doesn't affect my opinions on the product whatsoever, because I only ever recommend products I've used myself or I'm currently using. Okay, so they don't affect my opinions in any way, it doesn't cost you any more, and it just gets paid to me direct by the product owner. Okay, so with that bit out of the way, let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do, you'll see me glance at the side every so often. That's just because it's quite a lengthy review, and I want to make sure that I'm going to get everything in you need to know to give you the best chance of knowing whether to buy the product or not. Okay, so without further ado, what I'm going to cover in this review is what you'll get, what to expect from the programme, and what I think could be done better, because like everything else in life, it's not perfect, and there are areas I think could have been done better. Okay, so we'll go ahead. First of all, the biggest thing you'll learn from this, as well as having an in-depth insight into how to help your child with their Maths GCSE, is that he actually shares a simple tip on how to cut revision time in half. And it's a really simple technique and something that all of us should think of, but chances are, I bet a lot of you out there like me wouldn't have thought of doing it, but it can actually cut revision time in half, and more importantly, it can help your child to get the A star in maths, and certainly to increase their grade even if they're not capable of getting the A star. Okay, if you're like me, the first thing you want to know is the cost, because I always want to know what something costs, because we're all on budgets at the end of the day. The cost of the product is £37, which may sound a lot to some of you, but bearing in mind, there's not just one manual, there's lots of other products that come with it as well, and bonuses, as well as 8 hours of video coverage. It's covered by a guarantee, so you can get your money back at any time. And when you consider that getting a tutor, because I got a tutor to begin with before I found this product for my children, and it varies now from anything from £30 to £40 for just 1 hour of tutoring. But like I said, this product comes with an 8 hour of video tutoring from Jeevan Singh himself, so that in itself makes it more than the value of what you're actually going to pay. Okay, so it's £37, and that's including everything. So what exactly is included? There's a manual of 199 pages that shows you how in-depth this is to help your child with their maths. It's how to achieve your target grade in Maths GCSE in 4 weeks. Okay? And rest assured, it actually covers the lower tier, the intermediate and the higher tier. Then you've got a separate little manual which comes in 7 pages, and that is how to cut your revision time in half, and that actually reveals to us how to use the 80-20 principle to reduce the revision time and cut it in half, and to increase your child's chances of getting an A star or certainly a higher grade than predicted. Then there's another manual then, some tricks of the trade, master shortcuts, and like it says on the tin, it actually gives you some great shortcuts that you can use to simplify the maths procedures that they've got to learn. Then you have one of how to maximise your result in every GCSE exam, and that's 25 pages long, and that's great because it doesn't just show you how to get better grades in Maths GCSE, but in other subject GCSEs as well. And you also get the best way to prepare for your maths exam, and that's 22 pages of showing you exactly how to chop up the exam revision for your maths to make sure you get it all done within the 4 weeks. Okay, and as well as that, you get 8 hours of video footage where Jeevan actually explains step by step how to achieve the maths tuition, of how to make it simpler and how to actually know how to answer exam style questions. There's some testimonial feedback from happy students, so if you're the type of person you want to know what other people are saying about it, again, there's social proof on there. And he's also got a 6-step formula for GCSE exam success. It's a downloadable course, so that means you can download it, you can actually download it straight away, and you can actually view it anywhere at any time, all for £37. what to expect. So what are Jeevan and Singh's credentials? You know, why is he the man that's going to help your child with a GCSE? And more to the point, why is he going to help parents like us to help our children with GCSE? Well, he got an A star in his GCSE, an A star in his A level, and he went on to get a maths degree as well. So as you can see, he's pretty qualified in helping us how to show our children to get the best grades for them too in maths. Okay. It's easy, it's step by step, it's easy, it's nice size font, it's easy to follow. I say there's plenty of demonstrations and explanations of how to do it, so that's really good. Again, it covers foundation and higher tiers. Shows you how to do in half the time, like I explained, because that's really, really handy to know. And what I'm also going to do towards the end of this video as an extra bonus as well, I'm actually going to do a presentation on show you the actual manuals themselves, and I'll go through them one by one to give you a little feel of what they actually look like when you download them. Okay, and as I said, you've got 8 hours of tutorials. It shows you how you need to do to make them more focused, how to make revision more fun. And that's basically it really. It comes with a 60-day money back guarantee. So what he says is there's no quibble. If you don't think your child has got better within the 4 weeks, he gives you a 60-day money back guarantee anyway. So there's actually everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose. It's invaluable because it gives you the most important rule of thumb for the revising for every subject. Tells you when to start revising, when to actually complete your revision by, how to approach the exams, how to cope with exam nerves. And as I say, the biggest thing for me is the fact that he actually gives 8-hour video tutorials as well as a bonus at the end. And I think that is what is really, really good, because I know my daughter liked that, as well as the tricks of the trade. So as I say, you've got 199 pages of manual, jam-packed with all information of all the different things you need to know for all the various tiers to help your children. It's got how to help your children with other exams, as well as just your maths GCSE. It shows you some handy shortcuts, 8 hours of video tutorials, and much, much more. Okay, I'll pop a link to the actual written review that I did on the Past Maths GCSE in 4 weeks, if you're the type that want to actually have a read over and a recap. And like I said, at the end of this video now, I'm actually going to enclose a screen copy of the various manuals, and I'll go through it so you can actually see what the product looks like as well. I'll also put a link straight to purchase the product, straight to the buying page for those of you who want to go ahead, because like I said, there's nothing whatsoever to lose because there's a 60-day no quibble money back guarantee. Okay, so that's it from now from me, and what I'm going to do now is stop this video, and then I'm going to do a screen presentation of the product itself so you can actually get a feel for what the product will look like when it's delivered to your inbox. Okay, thanks for watching, and now on to the presentation bit. Hi, me again. I forgot to say what I thought could be better with the product, because like everything else in life, it isn't perfect, and there are bits here and there I think could have been a bit better. First of all, the 8 hours of video coverage, whilst it is brilliant, and I wouldn't be without that part of the product because it is really, really effective, here and there the sound quality does dip in and out. So I think overall the sound quality could have been a bit better. But to be perfectly honest, it's such a good addition to the product that I'm sort of willing to overlook it. But just bear in mind, it will dip here and there. But again, the overall value from it more than compensates. Secondly, I think the graphics are a bit boring, if I'm honest. The first thing my daughter said when she looked, oh, I don't like the cover, because I know it's only a downloadable product. But again, when things are appealing to the eye for children, it does get them on board a bit easier. But again, it's a minor thing, but I think it is something that could be looked at, and I say improved. I think it's a very chunky product. There's a lot of it, so that's a good thing because you get a lot for your money. But in my opinion, I would actually help your children, or certainly give them sections to do at a time. Because if you were just to leave them to their own devices with 199 pages of maths, I think you would agree with me, they wouldn't do much work. So either do a little bit with them, bit by bit, chunk it down, or I would actually tell them what I wanted them to learn within a designated time and maybe test them at the end, because there is a lot to learn. But that's only a plus from our perspective as a parent, because it means that he's covering everything and it makes the job easier for us when we're helping them. And finally, I personally think you would benefit from starting a Facebook group for the people who purchase the product, because that way we could sort of compare notes to one another of how we found the product and whether there was a certain thing we found that we could do better or something we struggled on that we could help each other with. So I think that would be a welcome addition as well. But as I say, they're minor points on the whole. And would I recommend somebody buy the book? I certainly would, or the downloadable manuals. I certainly would on the whole, because the downsides really are very much outweighed by all the good that's in the product. And I would urge you, if you're thinking of buying it, to get it now, because he quite honestly says he doesn't know how long it's going to stay at this low price. So there is every chance it could go up in the future. Again, I don't know that for sure, but I would say that if you're sort of on the fence, I would certainly purchase it now while it's at this incredible price. Okay, so with further ado, I'm just going to go now and I'm going to get the screen presentation ready for you, and I'm going to add that on to the end of the video. Again, thanks so much for supporting me and for listening to and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Bye for now. From Copyright Use for Revision, and as promised, now I'm actually going to give you a screen demonstration of what the product will look like once it's delivered to your inbox. Okay, so here's the first one. This is the 199 page manual that I was describing earlier. Okay, so you've got an introduction, then you've got your foundation tier, so you've got 16 lessons in the foundation tier, and then within the higher tier then you've got 32 lessons, and the GCSE tier is another then 3 lessons. Then you've got exam and review, some exam papers, why do most students go wrong, some exam pressure, summary and final word. Okay, and I'll just give you just a brief look of what it looks like. I won't go through the whole lot because obviously, as you can imagine, 199 pages is quite a lot, but you can just generally get the feel for it, can't you, of how it's actually presented to you. Okay, so that's the main manual, the 199 page. Now this one then is how you can do in half the time, and he actually goes on to explain. I mean, I didn't realise the Finnish children in Finland go to school a lot later. They go when they're age 7, but they're actually doing apparently really well in their exams. And then he explains the 80-20 rule then, and then the importance of this Wilfredo Pareto, excuse my pronunciation if it's wrong, and what bearing he has got on this principle of why you can actually cut your revision time in half. So there's that one. And then we go on to this one then. This is the master shortcuts that I was explaining. So in this one then, you see it shows you then of what sort of thick shortcuts he's going to cover. These are quite clever actually when you're multiplying by different numbers. Then finding common multiples, expressing a large number in standard form quickly, formula triangles, finding the median values. You get the drift. I mean, there's 30 pages there and they're fantastic. They're just showing you, see, it breaks it down how he actually makes it easier and quicker to do. So there's that book. Then how to maximize. This is how you can actually maximize every single subject that you study for. General, that's to do with the revision and the practice and how to concentrate. Theory-based and essay-based subjects, revising what are the best ways to revise for them, why motivation is key. So again, this is a handy little booklet here that you can read through and help your children with. Okay, you can see there, he's got like flow charts and things. Again, it's a really good tool to use to help your children with. And this one, I haven't actually looked at this one because it says it's for school. So to be honest with you, I didn't really use this one much. But again, it's probably well worth a read to see what exactly I think it's to do with really of why students do well in some exams and why they struggle in others and how to maximise that one. And then this one then, again, another handy one is actually how to prepare for a maths exam. See who am I, how the brain works, self-learning, the numeracy rate. That one's quite alarming really, to see that we're towards the bottom of the league tables for maths. So I think we could do with all the help we can do with maths. How to prepare, why rote learning isn't effective, more tips and advice. So again, this is another lovely little tool to use. See, it's quite interesting to know how the brain works and how we store information. Okay, so that sort of gives you a little idea of what's in that one as well. And I see as well as that then, you've got all the video presentations then where he actually, I won't go into those because obviously that's self-explanatory, just goes through exam style questions with videos. So I hope that's given you sort of an insight as to what is covered with this, because if you're like me, I like to sort of physically look at what something looks like as well before I purchase, and hope this has been useful. If you have found what I've found useful and informative, please pop a comment in there for me so that I know that I'm, doing what you want me to do and that I can do more of it. And if you can pop a like, that obviously helps me, but it also helps more people to find me as well, because YouTube will share more of my stuff with people. And again, I'll pop some of those useful links at the bottom of my YouTube channel for you. And just to remind you as well, I've also got a Facebook group, Copy What I Use for Revision. And I've also got a blog as well, all of which I've got links to at the top of my YouTube channel. You just press on the icons, it'll take you straight to them. Okay, well again, thanks for watching to the end. Really appreciate it. Speak to you again real soon. Bye for now.